The performances of Personal Ensign and Ali Sheba 3 years previously provided an air of anticipation when the Breeders' Cup returned to Churchill Downs in 1991. Anticipation was also tied to the performance of Housebuster, America's dominant sprinter. He was sent off at 2-5.
And they're off. Housebuster comes off a beat slow, and Media Plan now on the outside rushes up to get the lead. Housebuster on the attack on the inside now, and he's racing second after a bit of a flat-footed start. And then it's Deposit Ticket in between horses. The California Gray Robin Dancer toward the inside. The Canadian Key Spirit is on the outside, running along in fifth. Chic Albadou, the European runner, is now about 7 lengths from the lead. Clever Trevor is now racing in 8th position. And then it's Polish Numbers, followed by Take Me Out farther back. Senior Speedy. Pleasant Tap trails the field. And the first quarter, and they zipped it in 21 seconds flat. And they're all chasing Media Plan. Housebuster is chasing him second now. Housebuster now makes his move as they come to the top of the stretch. And here comes Robin Dancer, and he's gearing up too. Sheikh Albadou is fourth on the outside, and Housebuster rolls as they turn into the stretch. And Media Plan down on the inside. Housebuster with a bold challenge. Media Plan on the inside second. Here comes the English sprinter, Sheikh Albadou, and he runs by our champion. Robin Dancer moves into second. Housebuster has been defeated today. And here is Sheikh Albadou, and he's running away from the best American sprinters, and he wins by 5. And Pleasant Tap gets up for second. It's close for third. It is a shocker in the sprint.
Housebuster fell out of contention, having injured himself leaving the gate, as England's Sheikh Albadou gave Europe its first Breeders' Cup winner on the dirt. The long stretch of Churchill Downs has always provided a chance for closers, and it provided quite a stage for a 2-year-old filly.
At the top of the stretch, Cadillac Woman is wide. Preach has room to run now, and here she comes charging on through. La Spia is there on the outside. Speed Dialer, Pleasant Stage, weaving her way through the stretch here, looking for running room as they come down toward the final furlong. And La Spia has emerged with the lead. Pleasant Stage is putting in a late run, but they are running out of ground. It's La Spia, Pleasant Stage with one final run as they come to the wire. It'll be close, and Pleasant Stage gets their last stride. Very close indeed. La Spia was right there with her. It's a photo finish for the juvenile fillies.
The Buckland Farm filly had used the Churchill stretch to her advantage, rumbling past the long shots in the final strides. Pleasant Stage, now a Breeders' Cup champion. 7 for 7 in Canada, Dance Smartly had beaten the boys in winning the Canadian Triple Crown.
Long shot. Richards last leads the way 80-1, and on the lead now as the field enters the final turn. Brought to mind right there, ready to attack on the outside. Fit for a Queen, tracking the lead intently in third. Dance Smartly. Pat Day now is still motionless. She has yet to do her best running, but now there she goes. Dance Smartly with a sweeping move on the outside is coming toward the lead. Grand Girlfriend also kicks in. Queen is coming hard on the extreme outside now as the field comes down toward the final furlong. Brought to mind with a short lead. Dance Smartly is right there on the outside. Fit for a Queen. Brave at the rail third. Here comes Versailles Treaty, who's kicking in late, but it is Dance Smartly. She takes the lead under Pat Day's urging and pulls away here by 2. It is Versailles Treaty, but is too late and not enough. And it is Dance Smartly who strides under the line, undefeated this year, and the undisputed queen of racing on this continent.
The Canadian Horse of the Year was now the first horse bred in Canada to win a Breeders' Cup race. Dance Smartly, the pride of owner Ernie Samuel. In a year with no dominant miler from Europe in the field, the Americans In Excess and Tight Spot were the top choices in the mile.
It is In Excess. Tight Spot confronts him now. Tight Spot and In Excess, and those two, and Jolie's Halo is mixing up in between them. And the duel intensifies now as they round the fire turn. In Excess bracing all out for the challenge. Tight Spot is right there. Jolie's Halo still fighting it out. Densus Dessois looking for a seam to run through toward the inside. Opening Verse is coming with his run now. Chaudier looking for running room. Priolo's in behind a wall of horses. Val de Bois passing the furlong pole. Opening Verse has now taken the lead, and Densus Dessois moves through toward the inside. A late charge from Star of Cozine down to the wire now. Opening Verse. Yes, he pulls off the upset.
Opening verse had won at Churchill in May, and at 26-1, he showed a liking for the course once again. Rarely, if ever, had a horse come across the Atlantic to the Breeders' Cup with the advanced billing of Arazi. Trained by the French master Francois Boutin, the son of Blushing Groom was the prince of European two-year-olds. Now he would try the Americans on their surface.
Two favorites here, Arazi and Bertrando, and indeed it is Arazi who is a slight favorite as he takes his place in the starting gate. We're ready for the start in the juvenile, and they're off, and Bertrando comes out running. Agincourt is right there, and on the outside it's Star Recruit. But it is Bertrando, Alex Solis, intent on the lead, and he wins the race into the first turn. He's there by a length and a half. Star Recruit and Bag in close pursuit. Agincourt saving ground all the way. Devil on Ice was 5 wide, rounding the first turn. Showbrook is now racing 6th in between horses. Pine Bluff is under a firm hold at the inside, racing 7th. Big Sur is 8th on the outside. Onlooker is 9th. Try to Watch is 10th. He's about 10 lengths off the lead, and he's launching a bid now from the back of the pack. Then it's Dance Floor. Farther back, Snappy Landing, and Arazi, the European star, is a dozen lengths from the front as Offbeat trails the field as they continue midway down the backstretch. Bertrando coasting on an uncontested lead, and he's moving at a quick pace. The quarter in 23-1. He gets a half in 46 3/5 seconds. It is still Bertrando out there unchallenged. He leads by 2. Long shot Agincourt still chasing second. Pine Bluff is only 3 lengths from the lead. Arazi hits his best stride, and there goes the European star Arazi, and he's coming with a menacing rush to Bertrando, and now the stage is set as they move toward the top of the stretch, and Arazi runs right by him. Arazi with a dramatic move as the field turns for home. He's wide into the stretch. Bertrando stunned at the inside with the move here of Arazi. He's pouring it on. Just incredible move as they come to the top of the stretch by 4 now. And then it's Bertrando, who is now a discouraged second farther back. It is Snappy Landing, and they're coming down to the finish here. Here indeed is a superstar. Arazi, absolutely brilliant. He was taken under a hard hold to win it here by 5, and he could have won by 10 perhaps. And Bertrando was second. Absolutely sensational.
Down the backstretch, Pat Valenzuela had only 1 horse beat. Suddenly he asked Arazi to go, and he turned on the afterburners. Arazi with a brilliant move. He's just running by horses like they're tied to a post. Look at Arazi now to the outside. Bertrando had made an easy lead, was going along in stride, and Arazi just blew by. Electrifying, one of the greatest performances ever by a 2-year-old. The crowd was stunned at Arazi's brilliance. Arazi, a conquering hero. Pistolet Bleu of France, with 5 wins and 7 lifetime starts, led the field in the turf.
And now, less than a half-mile left in this Breeders' Cup turf. Sky Classic has been prompted the whole way by It's All Greek to Me. Quest for Fame has had a perfect trip. Pistolet Bleu still waiting patiently to make his move. Cartagena, then Miss Alleged. On the outside, Pigeon Voyager. Then toward the inside, Sadler's Hall. El Senor is picking off horses on the far outside. And Pelago is dropped out of it, and the field turns for home now. The stage is set for the stretch drive. It's All Greek to Me. Powers to a short lead. Sky Classic trying to battle back. Right there toward the inside, It's All Greek to Me. Quest for Fame is charging hard. Pistolet Bleu not doing enough here. And Miss Alleged is flying down the center of the course. It's All Greek to Me desperately trying to hold. And Miss Alleged pulls off another shocker here on Breeders' Cup Day 1991. Just another day and another upset here. It's All Greek to Me was second as Miss Alleged wins the turf at a big, big price.
The long shot Miss Alleged, often close but rarely a winner, had her only victory of the season in the Breeders' Cup. The horses in the Classic had accounted for 21 victories in various derbies. 1990 Kentucky Derby and Breeders' Cup Classic winner Unbridled was in the gate, along with 1991 Kentucky Derby winner Strike the Gold. The field was so balanced, 5 horses went off at odds of 6-1 or less.
Okay, and they are off in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and it is Black Tie Affair who comes out running for the lead. Star of Gdansk is there. Chief Honcho was pitched back in between horses. And Summer Squall, with that good tactical speed, maintains a forward position at the inside. And they pass beneath the twin spires for the first time as Black Tie Affair will lead the classic field under the wire. Summer Squall under a firm hold there by Pat Day. Star of Gdansk is up close to the pace. And that's Fly So Free racing 3 wide. Twilight Agenda 4 wide into the turn. Long Shot Kudos is settled in 6 toward the inside. Chief Honcho is moving along smoothly in 7th. And then it's Marquetry racing in 8th position. He's about 9 lengths from the front. And then farther back, the late running power of Strike the Gold, Unbridled, and Festine. They're all about 12 lengths from the front now. And Black Tie Affair is just cruising on an easy lead. A dawdling pace in the Classic, 24-1 for the quarter, 48 2/5 seconds for the half. And it is Black Tie Affair bounding along. Star of Gdansk is trying to run to him, but Black Tie Affair lets it out another notch. Twilight Agenda, 3rd on the outside. Summer Squall is now back racing in 4th. He's down inside. And then it's Fly So Free. Chief Honcho's gearing up on the far outside, followed by Marquetry. Kudos has dropped out of it. And huge margins to be made up here by Unbridled, Strike the Gold, and Festine. They are far behind. They're at least 15 lengths from the front. And now, here comes Twilight Agenda to challenge Black Tie Affair as they approach the top of the stretch here at Churchill Downs. Fly So Free is poised in 3rd position. Chief Honcho rallies on the outside. Marquetry is also right there. Summer Squall is still 6 lengths from the lead now. Unbridled is coming with his rally, but he's 7 lengths from the front with a furlong to go. And Black Tie Affair grimly trying to hold on to the lead. On the outside, Twilight Agenda. It'll be those two. Black Tie Affair on the inside. Twilight Agenda. Black Tie Affair. And a front-running masterpiece of race riding here by Jerry Bailey does it.
Black Tie Affair had won at 6 different tracks in 1991, including Churchill Downs. He was as tough a front runner as we have ever seen in the Breeders' Cup Classic, on his way to the Horse of the Year title, as the ancient twin spires of Churchill Downs witnessed yet another racing masterpiece.